Was it all just a dream? Anyways, I better get up. The tattooed woman. The bruise appears. Notebook use. During the course of the game, you will find new information. It will be recorded in the notebook. When there's a new entry in the notebook, the title will appear in the top right. You can access the notebook from the menu. If you press the L1 button while the item name is shown in the top right, you can refer to that item. I felt a sharp pain in my shoulders when I woke up. For a moment I thought I could see some kind of bruise on my skin. When I looked again, there was nothing there. Was it just a dream? And then these are the locations. I wasn't motivated enough to find out much about this place before I went. All I knew was that it was supposed to be haunted. What was behind the strange daydream vision I had in that house in the snow? Was I just worn out, still scared by the accident? Or are the rumors true? Was he really there? The Manor of Sleep. I had mentioned this to you earlier. The ruined house I wandered in my dream that night. I got back after my vision on that assignment. Something about it reminded me of the haunted house where I saw you. It seemed too real to be a dream. Daydreams, visions, maybe I'm just tired. I know that feeling. Oh, and here's where we can learn a bit about the people that we meet over the course of the game. Yuaso was her fiancé. He was an editor who worked on books of folklore, philosophy, and anthropology. We met as students. He was the opposite of me in every way. Quiet and kind, like gently falling rain, like a soft shower that washes everything clean. He passed away 2 months ago in an accident caused by my careless driving. Alright, so he died 2 months ago. And then there's Miku. Miko Hinasaki, younger sister of Yue's best friend. She lives with me now and works as my assistant. I haven't met her brother. You're not going to get to meet her brother. You told me she had lost a relative in an accident. She helps me out in all kinds of ways, not just with work. She's cheerful and hardworking. If not for her, I don't know how I made it through after you passed away. And then these are the ghosts that we saw. So let's take a quick look at them too. The woman who appeared in my dream of the manor. Her whole body was covered in a blue tattoo. She came closer and I ran away before I knew what was happening. All I remember is an intense fear. I can still feel her cold, stabbing fingers on the back of my shoulder where she touched me. It's hard to believe it was only a dream. And the mother and daughter ghosts. The mother and child who appeared in my dream in old-fashioned kimonos. They were looking for someone, calling out in sad voices to him. Who could they be? Well, that's it for that now. So, the first part of the game will be us moving around in the Manor of Sleep doing battle with the ghosts. The other part of the dream will be us in Ray's house exploring it in between missions in the manor. We can learn more about what's happened, and also learn more about the characters. It's also a chance for us to save. I gotta remember how, though. On this shelf I keep my photo books and newspapers. Miku bought most of the photographs books for me. She has a good eye for these things, but most of them I have hardly even glanced at. There isn't any tape I want to listen to now. Well, maybe later. How about in this closet? My clothes are thrown carelessly into the closet. I've never been a tidy person, and unless I make a real effort, things soon get like this. Miku must not have seen it in here yet. She would never have left it in this state.
Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Ray. Looks like it's going to rain all day today, too. You don't have to work so much this week, so why don't you try to relax? Ray, you've been working too much lately. You were woken up by a bad dream this morning. Not to mention what happened when we were out collecting data the other day. Anyway, let's try to take it easy today. It's pretty good advice. That reminds me, there was a letter. It's addressed to you. Letters from Kei. Dear you, sorry for not writing for so long. How are things with your fiancé? I'm continuing my investigation of the urban legend. Like I thought, my niece's symptoms bear many similarities to the strange disease associated with the urban legend. I think most of the story is groundless rumor, but I heard there was a psychiatric study done. If you have it, I'd like to see it. Maybe it will provide a clue. I'm taking a break from all my other work to devote myself to studying the urban legend. I'd like your help. According to the documents I've studied, the camera I sent you is apparently a rare camera obscura. Given where I found it, it may have some connection to the missing people and the urban legend. If you hear anything, please tell me. Regards, Kei Amakura. It's from Kei Amakura. He's written several times before. Have you still not told him about you? Use camera obscura. I wonder if it would be in Yu's room. Well, we will take a look at Kei's file a little later. We're going to go look for Yu's camera. There's something about some sort of camera obscura that you mentioned written in that letter. The camera obscura? Could it be the same camera I saw in my dream? Oh, cutscene.
Ray, may I help you with something?
Oh, I just wanted to ask you.
Oh, she's seeing things again.
You.
Okay, let's see if we can find his camera. There are typed and handwritten letters on the desk, along with several books. I've hardly touched anything in here since that day. I can't bring myself to tidy everything away. There was a notebook left out on the top of the desk. Perhaps somebody was in the middle of working. Many of the urban legends classified as Lost Village are modeled on real incidents, such as a village was ruined when one villager massacred the others. There are often an amalgamation of well-known actual incidents, legends, and oral tradition. Settings such as the isolated mountain village or bygone customs, like night trysts or ceremonies, often act to trigger the incidents themselves, and these in turn become the motif for urban legends. The reason for the popularity of urban legends may lie in the notion of the view of the country from the city, with a modern bias towards the ancient. To people in the modern city, the village is the wilderness, and those who live there are different. Perhaps that scorn or fear finds expression in the urban legend. For that reason, the setting of the legend must be the isolated mountain village. Further, bygone customs are attractive elements that end up acting to provoke the incident. As a case in point, there's a story about the area around the Minakame Dam when Mayu went missing. Those are the events from the second game that he's talking about right now. The Lost Village. In the mountains of the Minakami area, there was once a massacre in the so-called Lost Village. Years ago, on the night of a certain festival, there was a great massacre, and the village disappeared from the map. Only one woman survived. If you walk in the forest where the village once lay, there's a small guardian statue, and if you continue, you will come to the shrine gate that forms the entrance to the village. Should you pass through the gate, you will never return. The night of the massacre continues in this village, where day will never again break, and a woman's horrific laugh. I just got scared by something. And a woman's horrific laugh rings throughout the village. Next, we have the Manor of Bizarre Murders, where the same tragedy reoccurs. The scale is smaller, but generally speaking, it resembles the pattern of the village, as it is made up of elements based on true incidents. Below is an example of this. It has to do with Mafuyu's disappearance. Now they're talking about the events of the first game. The House of Mutilation. In the mountain area of Himura, there remains a manor, where years ago there was said to be a massacre. There have always been vanishings in nearby forests, and many of the spirited away are said to end up in the manor. Their corpses have been found with both hands, legs, and heads severed off. One more example is a seemingly related Manor of Sleep urban legend that I'm now researching. The Manor of Sleep legend was picked up in various magazines in the 1960s, but incidents with very similar characteristics can be found here and there in older media. This newspaper from the early 1900s, and is of no relation to when the Manor of Sleep legend was taken up, but the background of the spirited aways and those people's later conditions bear many similarities to the Manor of Sleep urban legend. I'm still investigating, but these incidents may trace back to the 19th century. I have seen legends in several folklore books that may have become the basis for the Manor of Sleep. The House of Sleep urban legend. Perhaps this is what Kei was asked to investigate. You add a well-organized notebook on urban legends to your file. And as we get new information, we will get more information in these books. An old newspaper is stuck in the notebook. Series of vanishings across the region. According to sources, before dawn yesterday, a mother and daughter who live in Myojin village went missing. The missing are Maki Kuzuhara and her daughter, Koze. Since last year, the two had been searching for Kozuhara's missing husband. The two reportedly wandered the mountains nearly every day. The informant says, I hadn't seen them for several days, so I went to visit them. But there was no answer, so I went inside, they were gone. I only saw some black suit-like marks. Similar disappearances are being reported across the area, and some are calling them spirited aways. Okay, well, we are looking for a camera. Where would you keep a camera? Oh, right there. On the shelf are the letter and camera, similar to the ones I saw in my dream. It looks like the letter is from Kei. Dear you, during my research on the Manor of Sleep urban legend, I finally made it to a certain deserted village, lost even from the map. I found this camera in a huge, abandoned house near that village. My niece Mio, when Mayu disappeared, she caused you a lot of trouble, so you probably remember her. Saw this camera and she was scared stiff. I wonder if it reminded her of that unspeakable incident. For now, I'd like you to take care of the camera. You know about antiques, so could you look over it for me? I don't think you'll be able to reach me for a bit, but I'll contact you, so let me know what you find then. Regards, Kei. It seems Kei is related to Miu and Mayu, the girls from the second game. Could this be the same as the camera obscura I saw in my dream? This is an older one than the one in my dream, and the inscription on the back is illegible. Even so, it does look very similar to the camera obscura. I tried pushing the shutter button, but there was no response. It looks like it's broken. There's still old film inside the camera obscura. What could be on it? I wonder if I can develop it in the darkroom. Well, she has a darkroom in her house, and we will eventually be exposing film there. Or developing film, I guess is the right term. What I want to do right now is save the game. Oh, kitty. You can see right across the living room on the first floor. It was one of the main reasons we took the house. It's a little big for 2 people, but it's nice and cozy, and we like the idea of always being able to know that the other person was around. They have a cat that's around here mewing somewhere. She is much taller
Looks
than
like
her.
you're having a lot of nightmares lately. Are you alright?
Not really. We have problems. Oh, there's the cat. Dark rooms around here somewhere. There we go. It's supposed to be a storeroom, really. They put in a sink so I could develop my pictures here. And that's what we're going to do. An old roll of film from inside the camera obscura. There's definitely something on the film. I wonder if I can develop it. Looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? An image has appeared of a crying woman, just as I thought. I must have taken this during that dream. In the camera obscura of the abandoned house, the picture I took in my dream. Maybe if I investigate this woman, I can find something out. Maybe. Miku? About the woman in this picture. was wondering if I could get you to try and find out as much about her as you can. Anything is fine. Yes, well, this is a very old picture, so I found it in Yu's room. It's okay if you can't find anything out. There was just something about her.
Understood. I'll let you know if I find anything.
If you show the photos you developed to Miku, sometimes you can ask her to investigate them for you. If you have them investigated, you can come talk to Miku later to get books and other information. Alright, it's bedtime. Night has fallen. You can check the bed with the X button, and you can sleep. By checking the camera obscura on the desk, you can save your progress. Which is what we're going to do right now. Because if we went to bed, we would start the next chapter in the Manor of Sleep. Right now, we're going to save. I don't know how long we've been playing, but I think we're going to break for a little bit now, and play a bit more at another time. I'll see you guys later.